We have a completely different format for this video. Obviously, you guys are used to someone filming me. I wanted to try something different because we have a lot of moving parts going on the next week, and the only way of actually capturing it all is me personally having you guys with me. So welcome back to another video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now, I just bought this DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I've used these in previous videos, but this is my personal one now. And if I'm gonna be honest, I love it. I'm moving to West Palm Beach, Florida. And obviously I'm gonna get into it later on in the video about why I moved down there, but really the biggest reason why I'm moving down to Florida is I have a goal to grow ShowCar down in Florida, and I always have over the last 5 years, is to grow a brand in my home state. And I've really sold out most of Colorado, but now it's time to go back to my home state and grow something enormous out there. And if I'm gonna be honest, I love Florida. I've always loved it. I've always said I'm gonna move back. And so now, at this time, I literally got my dream apartment, guys, like on the water. It's the most insane view. And if you guys remember, I got quoted $20,000 to move my furniture. $20,000. Let me show you guys what furniture I have. Well, ignore the mess, but I'm gonna show you guys exactly how much they were gonna move for $20,000, which is insane. If you guys watch my TikTok and my Instagram, you guys will see, I think that was the most insane quote I've ever gotten. Do not mind the absolute mess that's going on inside of here, but as you guys can tell, there is not many things in here. I mean, I have 2 couches, which are already leaving. Don't really need those. Like, this is it. I have a 1-bedroom apartment. Look at that view. Not a bad view for Denver. But yeah, it's like my bed, 2 nightstands, and then whatever's inside of there, which, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anybody thinks that this is like $20,000 worth of stuff. So I figured might as well just get all new stuff and kind of just give everything away or sell it and then buy new stuff when I'm down there in Florida. I already bought a new couch. I'm buying a new bed today on Amazon. I'm buying new nightstands. I'm kind of buying everything like I need. And I'm buying new pots and pans, new plates. And it's all gonna come up to like about $1,000. Our first duty is I didn't want to pay for a new desk, so we're going to try to fit as much as we can in the Forerunner, which this desk has to come with me. I need a desk, obviously. I got to work. So breaking down this desk right now. Now I got to figure out how to get this desk downstairs in my car, which I have a Forerunner. I don't think he's going to fit all this stuff if I'm being 1000% honest. Now he's going to figure out what all can fit in the back of here because this is getting shipped down. As you guys know, I sold the Lamborghini. Oh, geez. We got these bags. I gotta get rid of these things. You see, moving is just, it's a pain in my butt. All right. And this is all we have to work with, guys. Literally, this whole back of this Forerunner, we have to fit all the things you guys saw in my apartment inside of here. I don't know what you guys thought, but to be honest, this is a lot better than I thought it would be, getting everything inside of here. But now the car shipper has to come pick it up today. And I'm wondering if they're gonna have any issues. I already told them I'm gonna be packing it full of stuff. So I think they already know, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. But if you guys guessed that I could fit everything in the back of my car, you guys guessed right. And hopefully it closes. All set. I know you guys are probably like, well, you could probably afford to ship everything down. You can afford to do it. Guys, I'm the most frugal person. Not cheap, frugal, okay? I don't like spending money on things that I don't really have to, in this case, moving. Like, I don't like spending money on this stuff. I'd rather spend money on supercars or spend money on, cameras that you guys get to watch my content on. Well, I was even frugal with this. This camera originally is like $1,000. I bought it for 500 bucks cash. If I'm gonna be honest, I just always have to feel like I'm getting a deal. Most people actually find me through my main company, which is ShowCar. We do detailings, window tinting, paint protection films, ceramic coatings, vinyl wraps, all that. We have 5 locations. Each location does about $1 million a year. And so like what I do is I take that blueprint that I implement within my own business and I implement it within other businesses as well. Cause I started off just like you, man. I started off out of a mobile van, out of my garage that I had, 4.5 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever it was. So if you're in the detailing industry, man, having a CRM, especially something that's dedicated for detailers, is something that you need.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. I mean, that sounds awesome.
100%. And, like, that's what we do. We actually include that into our package. I'd recommend like our growth plan for you. So our growth plan is pretty much Google ads, meta ads, landing pages, lead forms. We also do sales and content training. I'm excited to see you progress. I want to see you up competing against me now here soon. That's what I want.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, we'll talk later. Okay, Tate?
All right.
Congratulations. Bye.
Nice.
We just implemented a new marketing masterclass for Social Refresh clients, and we're teaching them how to run their own ads. So people have been loving it. We make it super cheap, super affordable. We don't charge any extra fees. And yeah, it's just simple, easy. There's 32 videos on there. There's more being added, hours of footage, and people are seeing results. So that's what we care about. And here's the shipper. There's the Forerunner. let's get this bad boy on the truck. What are we saying, guys? That's what we're trying to do. And she is all loaded up. And next time I see her, we'll be in Florida with all my stuff. So hopefully she makes it by Friday. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments if she'll be able to make it by Friday. We'll see. All right, Nick and I are on our way to the Denver International Airport. We were heading to Kansas City, and I'm officially moved out of Denver, guys. Moving to Florida. We got to go to Kansas City first and get some business done, and then I'll be in Florida after that. This is Chris House. He is actually our new franchisee in Kansas City. And yeah, he's from the medical field for 20 years. I mean, talk about yourself. I want you to kind of introduce yourself because people are going to want to know who is the franchisee in Kansas City.
Yeah, my name is Chris House. I was born and raised here in Kansas City, the actually Lee Summit, Missouri, about 5 minutes from where I grew up. Was in the medical field for 21 years. Was an administrator in hospitals, worked for some of the largest Fortune 500 medical sales companies. So sales is my background, clinician by trade, and started developing a passion down at Lake of the Ozarks for detailing boats. Met Sebastian about 4 or 5 years ago, saw his certification courses, got certified in PPF, ceramic, color correction, started this kind of as a side gig, and then started noticing the potential was to make even more than what I made before. And my true passion was seeing people see cars and boats be something that was even better than when they bought them. So that's what's led us here to this beautiful shop out here in Lee Summit.
Yeah, now we're here, and yeah, man, he reached out. I mean, it was probably like 2 years ago. He was wanting a franchise, wanting a location, and he was just like, let's just get it done. And I'm like, okay, Chris, we gotta get to that point. And we finally got all of our FDD stuff, taken care of last year. And so we put it in the process, and we got him hooked up. And now he's in a beautiful location here in Lee Summit. He's gonna be servicing Lake of the Ozarks, and like I know he believes in the brand, and like that's what I cared about. Any franchisee that I work with, I want them to believe in the brand. I want them to understand why I'm doing this, and just creating a family around the franchise for ShowCars. People a lot of the time they question me because I'm obviously 22 years old and I'm building a franchise. Like, does this kid even have all the things that he needs, to be able to get this thing done? Does he have the blueprint, like you said? Does he have the checklist? Does he have the roadmap to be able to do these things? And like, we have it all lined out. Me and Nick build these things, and we've done it as our 4th one. And so it's just like, we know what to hit on every single time. We go through the whole building with you, and we have a full checklist here today ready to go. So we can just hit on everything and never miss a step. And absolutely. It's just like, it's funny. Everybody looks at my age and they're like, oh, well.
I'll tell you, my family and friends, obviously medical sales is very, very lucrative and prestigious. And, a lot of people, even my contractors have asked me, like, how are you going to leave behind? And then, my family and friends were like, who's the Sebastian guy that you've been talking to so much? And then they meet you for the first time. Yeah. And I say this is the utmost compliment, like, you're wise beyond your years.
Thank you.
To me, even to be patient, at times. And to truly know that, like, the exact words from my family and friends have said, we can't see Sebastian letting you fail. So, like, to know that and to know I'm in good hands, and your brand recognition in the marketplace and your execution, you've done everything that you promised me from day one. So I'm really glad to be part of something. And it's bigger than anything I've been a part of before. So kind of the vision for this space, we're going to have windows that go wall to wall. So it doesn't look so much like a cubicle, but our vision is to have a media room to basically help students that are looking to get into the color correction game, PPF ceramics, do the same thing that we've done in our Denver, Golden, and Colorado Springs locations. Something for our employees to come and have an area that they can call their own. So this is kind of the heart of the house, in my opinion. This is what I'm really, really excited about, to help other detailers get in the game and perfect their skills.
Growing the ShowCar franchises, my early franchisees, I really want to have them become like trainers. Like this one thing, I'm doing with Brian is like, he's, been doing PPF trainings and, stuff like that at his facility. And then I want him to do one out here with you. And then I want you to be able to teach people, how to do marine. Cause I'm gonna be honest, this guy kills it with marine. Like if there's anyone I trust to be able to work on a boat or even a vehicle, it would obviously be Chris, because he goes out of his way and he looks at every single detail, and that's what matters. I mean, you just sold, tell me about the project. He just sold like a Sea Ray. It was a 60-foot Sea Ray for $32,000 for a full correction. I think it was a 3-stage correction and a ceramic coating, which, down at Lake of the Ozarks, there's constant boats like this, and he is able to master this craft where, he is able to, first off, go sell it, which is the most important thing. I always say sales solves everything. But not only that, he is going out there and he's doing the work himself. And now he's gonna be hiring and training his guys now that he has a ShowCar location and to be able to do a lot of this work for him. But he knows how to meticulously do these, you know, paint corrections and ceramic coatings on these marine, you know, on these vessels that are absolutely massive and so hard to do. Not only just with multiple people, but one person. Like, that is so difficult to do. And so, like, being able to teach people that, you know, exact skill is something that is worth, I mean, first off, $32,000, you know, like that's worth a lot of money for a lot of people, you know? So it'd be exciting. You get to do all these cool trainings, and like, I'm giving that access to the franchisees like Chris and Brian. And, you know, if someone wants to host a training, then, you know, hey, let's do it. Let's put it on.
Yeah, it's fun. I think that's the biggest thing, again, that really is a testament to the ShowCar brand, like the versatility, right? So not all people are excited about just cleaning a car or, you know, using a polisher. You know, you can do anything from window tint to PEF to ceramic to the marine world, which is a whole, you know, different monster. But
It is.
it really gives somebody the ability to have diversity in their background and all solutions. I think that's what customers are looking for. They're not looking for somebody that just specializes in cars or boats or, you know, Harley Davidsons. A lot of our customers do have all of those.
Yeah.
So we're trying to be not only a one-stop shop, but again, we've developed our own product lines that really allow it to play in any of those spaces.
I mean, this is exciting. This is obviously a great space, and I guess we'll go check out the rest and just see, you know, what else we have planned. So we got a big warehouse, which is obviously gonna house a lot of cars. So yeah, it's been big for us. But when we first got into this space, obviously these walls were not painted. You know, it was kind of rough inside of here. We had to run. I think we ran a pipe all the way down from, we connected it right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to run water.
Run water all the way here. So where our pressure washer system is going to be. And so obviously we can easily detail inside and outside. We always like to have water by the main door. And then obviously we're going to have to set up shelving all around here. And then obviously we have our plotter room right back there, which having a dedicated plotter room is going to be dude, you're going to love it.
Yeah. I'm really excited. Like, yeah, you know, the former tenant that was in here, they made sure that we had enough power to supply an Air Force base.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a ton of cool technology, and we're going to have the power to be able to support it. And that's really exciting to me.
And if it's like a really small space, you know, like Brian's space is going to be like 2,000 square feet, you know, like I reckon, yeah, throw down floor tiles or throw down something that, like, you know, because the thing is, a space like this is so big. It's like, there's no real point to like having to put in the extra time and energy and effort to clean those things. There's just no point. And if there is a franchisee that wants to do it, totally cool. But like, you know, I can't tell them no if they really want to do it, but, you know, I really hope that they like understand the reason why I say no is because, you know, I've tried it before, you know, I've tried it. And if you have floors like these, they're perfect. They just work, you know, like your goal here is to make money, not look fancy. You know, up front, you can make it look fancy, you know, but this is the plotter room right back here. And I know Chris has some ideas and some plans for this, which I'm excited for. You know, Chris, if you want to kind of talk, I know we have a large area for the plotter, we're knocking on a door, all that stuff. And in the franchise world, for me at least, and also Chris, anybody who's in the franchise world, it's all about leverage. And so, you know, if Chris reaches out to me and he's like, hey, I have a vendor I really want to work with as far as, you know, putting products inside of my shelves, or, you know, maybe we can introduce them to all the different franchises, or just some type of vendor he wants to work with. You know, if he shoots them my way, I'm able to get in contact with them, and we can use that economies of scale as leverage to get the best pricing, the best opportunities for all of our franchises without having to, you know, compromise, you know, quality or value or anything like that. So it's just having that, we're able to get additional value for our franchisees. It's just like Suntech. Like, Suntech doesn't do this for anybody else except for us. And, you know, we've really worked hard to be able to, you know, maintain that relationship, and they've been great so far. So it's been cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And again, I'm very appreciative that you've made yourself available to come out for each one of these.
Of course.
You'll be here for the grand opening. You have some amazing ideas for the grand opening to make sure that we welcome ourselves to the public and make sure that they know who we are, where we are, but also to show the love back to the community. Like, you know, I'm born and raised here, so want to give back to the community. So our grand opening is going to be really something special.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, and I obviously want all of you guys to be there as well. So if you guys are in Kansas City, come on down for the grand opening. We'll announce it here soon, and you guys will hear about it. But no, this is going to be a sick setup. So we're right off the main road. So like, that's huge. So Northeast Douglas Road, like if you guys, you know, are in the area in Lee Summit, this is spot. So
I always say we're in between Starbucks and St. Louis Cheese, so you can't miss us. La Fuente's across the street, but our marquee's getting put up. Our signage is getting put up pretty soon. you won't be able to miss us day or night or gear. So, you know, give us a shot. Let you experience the ShowCar way.
Do you want to get your ShowCar gear?
Yeah, absolutely.
let's get you your gear. I want to see if it fits too. So sure that you got it. I set it up like last night, and I was like, I like put it on my what do you call it, my kitchen counter. Like I'm making sure I'm grabbing this in the morning.
I think I texted you about anything else. So yeah, like I want to see the gear. So like pumped. They just got our landscaping in too. So
there's 3 hats.
thank you.
He can give out a few if he'd like. And then here's there's a pullover, and then there's 2 shirts, ShowCar shirts.
Love it.
So
Love it.
if you want to go put them on or try them on or whatever you want to do, so
No, I love it. I need to be able. Everybody always asks me 2 things. Where's your business card? Why don't you have ShowCar? Yeah. So
now you got it. So I got a lot more, or he has a lot more now. I gave him the boxes. So if you ever need more, we could always supply more. So I appreciate it easy. But
it's gonna be exciting.
yeah, we'll be right off the main road, guys. So, like, you can't get better than that. You can't get better. I always look for places right off the main road. And it's funny, detailing companies are usually, God, this lawnmower. Detailing companies are usually like in the back industrial areas, but you know, right on the main road. So it's exciting.
Yeah, we're right up the highway.
Yeah.
So easy to get in, easy to get out of. So very well. Like you said, a lot of the places that we were looking originally, it took us, I think, over 2 months to find, if not 3 months, to find a place.
Which really isn't that bad, to be honest. It was pretty good.
But basically, we had a great realtor driving us around, and I was popping in and out, thinking, oh man, we're not going to be able to find anything. And sure enough, hopped in here. The landlords have been absolutely amazing. They actually own the building, the whole building, and they just moved 2 spaces down. So this is their former place. They've been great to work with. They've made it a beautiful location outside.
Oh yeah.
Now we just got to make the inside match the outside. So
I agree. Well, let's get all this stuff on, and I'll get you some ShowCar gear. So right now we're just gonna go over signage. Really, this is the only signage that is on the property, except for the monument sign that's out front. So we're just gonna throw that exact template on there. It's a backlit on letters, so it's a white paneling with black letters. I'll insert it somewhere in the video so you guys can see it. All right, so Chris, what has obviously for the past week, what have you booked so far down at Lake of the Ozarks as far as boats go?
So just in boats, 7,000 on a 60-foot Sea Ray, 35,000 on a 60-foot Carver. I did a 24-foot Rinker at 5,000, and that's just in boats. I think I've got 2 campers. Those are 500 a piece. Just 2 cleanings on some old sedan bridges. Those were 500 a piece. So what, $40,000 a week?
Yeah.
With no marketing, nothing. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's awesome. So, I mean, you're just under $50,000. I'm adding in my head. You're just under $50,000 in 1 week. I mean, that's insane. Just at Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's a hot market.
And then you're gonna be open here, and then it's just like, you know, you're gonna have weeks where it's gonna be, you know, $100,000 in a week, which is gonna be pretty. Yeah. That's great. We are back at the ShowCar Kansas City location. Just wrapped up a great lunch with Chris. We actually went over the CRM, also went over setting up his Square accounts and making sure he understood the CRM. We're also gonna send him some more videos. But like I said, guys, it's a very intensive process. So every single thing we're doing here is very calculated, making sure we're hitting all the steps and all the things we have to check off our list. We got him a phone number set up, and now we're just making sure that obviously all the videos are filmed, the ads are filmed, and we have another CRM, or a Send CRM with Social Refresh we have to go over as well. And yeah, we're getting with signage as well. Signage is getting set up. We're rolling, guys. We're rolling. We have a hiring video to push out, teaching about what we look for when we're hiring new employees, how much experience we look for, what type of attitude we look for as well. But this is all part of the process of opening up a ShowCar franchise. So if you guys have questions about opening up a ShowCar franchise, let me know down below. All right, it is Thursday now. It is 5-something a.m. and I look like absolute garbage. But we are going to Chicago, and then I have a layover there, and then down to Orlando because it is time for Florida now. All right, guys, we are 30 minutes away from getting my brand new apartment at 22 years old. I am super excited. This is obviously something I've been talking about for so long, and it is finally here. Oh my gosh, guys, yeah, take a left. We are here. All right, guys, this is so surreal. You guys have to see this view behind me. This is the most insane view I've probably ever seen out of an apartment. I mean, just the whole intercoastal, the beach, everywhere. And you guys can see downtown Palm Beach down there as well. Inside, got a nice little kitchen, island, obviously every single thing I need. Bathroom, which isn't that bad. There I am. And then boom, my bedroom with the crazy views as well. And then these are all my Amazon boxes. As you guys know, moving out here from Colorado is not easy. And so I decided, let's just buy all new stuff off of Amazon without having to move everything down, if that makes sense. So this has to be the craziest view. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, because like I have to figure out what to put out there. I have a large balcony or decent sized balcony. So gonna put some chairs, tables, maybe like a day bed or something. And yeah, it's time to lock in. So this is so motivating. I don't think you guys get how motivating it is to have just super yachts right in front of you and then 20, 30, $40 million houses right across the intercoastal. Like, look at these yachts. It's insane. And then right down there, you have the pool, and there's another pool right around the corner as well. And then there's a restaurant, beach. It's pretty crazy, guys. I think the biggest thing about moving here was, first off, sell franchise down here, but 100% lock in, focus, and really just this Florida sunshine, like the water, everything just makes me so much more motivated. Like right now, I just want to work, but I have to be moving. ShowCar is going to be in Florida almost ASAP. You guys have my word, trust me. Now, the most important thing as an entrepreneur is time, not as much money. And whenever you're an entrepreneur, you got to think of ways to make sure you are not wasting your time on random things. For example, I just moved into my new apartment, and right behind me, I had to order everything from Walmart. First off, I don't have a car right now, so I got to make sure I can get anything and everything I need on delivery. But at the same time, this cost me like $10 or $20 to get everything delivered here. Same prices as normal, but I don't have to go out and waste my time, and I can just pay someone else to come do it for me. Guys, the vibes are high out here. This is so motivating, just like seeing this in front of me every single day. Look at this. Those are super yachts right there, and I don't have one. I also don't have furniture, so Colin's on the ground. This is motivation right here. You don't need a Lambo when you're looking at super yachts and trying to get to that point. It is so important to get yourself out of your comfort zone, especially when you're moving out of state, or let's say you just graduated high school or college. Moving to a place like this, by the water, high energy, high vibes, very motivating with people who are actually doing stuff. Every single person I've met here has either owned a business or is doing something amazing. Like, I'm from Denver, Colorado. I'm originally from South Florida, but I moved to Denver, Colorado when I was 12 years old. Came back out here after 10 years. I'm 22 now. And now I'm living back in Florida, in West Palm Beach. And every single person here is way more motivated than people in Colorado. I don't know why. I think people out there, a lot of them, for at least, not everybody, but a lot of them, you know, just want to get high and they want to go out to the mountains and, you know, hang out. I don't want to do that. Everybody's working for the weekends out there. And I just don't like that. I want to work all my weekends. I want to be motivated to be able to go buy stuff like this, and not even just materialistic things, but go live the life I truly want, because there's so many more things out there than, you know, doing drugs, getting high, smoking weed, whatever. There's so much more out there, guys, than just doing all that stuff. And this stuff proves that. So if you guys are ever looking to get outside of your hometown, do it. Take the leap, trust your instincts, and go do what you want to do. Don't live someone else's life. My first official day in the new apartment building, and I can tell you guys. All right, and my car has officially made it. If you guys guessed Saturday, you guys were right. Saturday afternoon, I got my car after like 4 long days without having one. But behind me, I have all my stuff. I still have to wait for the couch to get in. There's a few other things as well. But yeah, we're pretty much rocking and rolling, guys. I set up my bed today, which don't not mind the mess because it is really bad. Thinking about where to put my desk, because this seems like a good setup to put my desk so I can obviously have a view. But I think this move is obviously so worth it. I mean, look at this view behind me. I cannot get over it. I mean, I have friends coming in. I just have so many friends around that I absolutely love it. I have a friend who's at dinner right down the street, actually right next to us, at one of the best sushi restaurants here in town. And then I have friends coming down from Vero Beach, hang out here. Yeah, I'm excited to more set up this place so I can actually have a place to work, a place to lock in, a place to focus. But yeah, we're getting at it. You guys are going to see a week in my life of moving, which has obviously not been fun so far, especially moving all this stuff myself has been kind of a pain in the butt. But if you guys are ever looking to move, do it. It is the best thing that has ever happened, to be honest.